나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나나na나나na나na나nanananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananananana Ayun na. Okay. Shit. What? Oh, jeez. Up. Oh, I have to add something to the text. What even is that? Okay. Okay, look at that. We got a Kenshi. Okay then. Well, welcome, welcome. New stream. Oh yeah, I was gonna say new streamer. What? That's not right. New streamer. But I haven't streamed on YouTube for a good while, for a good minute, for a hot minute. That's the phrase. But yeah, thank you for joining. You guys shouldn't be able to hear it, but I'm just like having free reign on loop. Like the opening, that's anytime, anywhere. It's pretty good. From Kafka Chord, awesome. Nice, nice. Are you Takao? Are you the guy that DM'd me? that befriended me, that is. Or am I revealing too much information? Let's see. Oh, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I was just like, what's it called? I was just helping people, or something like that, I guess, or talking to people. Yeah, that's so weird. Like my status is telling people that I'm streaming, cause the thing is that for the longest time my my status wouldn't do that. It would not tell people like it's supposed to tell people, right? Like when you're streaming, but I don't know, for some reason it like broke on me or something until to this point. It's just today that it just started revealing. I was like, okay. What? You can hear the clicks? That's crazy. Oh my god. Ah. Yeah, that's right. It's only on Discord that you wouldn't be able to hear it because their noise canceling technology is like way better than OBS's. OBS, like you have to do things manually, and let's see if I go to filters. Okay, my noise gate isn't on, but like my noise gate has like I tried it and it was so crap. Using mechanical keyboard, yeah. Okay. Honestly, okay. Well, for now, I'll just keep it as is. Like I don't know how my voice is going, but I do know that at the very least, I should be coming out clearly, even if there might be some that kind of background noise or something like that. Sorry about that if that's the case. Like for example, my air conditioning, the heater can be heard because it's really loud. But yeah, cause and I don't have the noise gate on, so it's most likely gonna be heard. But yeah, like yeah, just I know I wasn't doing anything, but but the reason for that was because I'm on a lot of art discords, right? And you know how artists they can be like so depressing or whatever, or like not even just artists, right? Just people in general in art discords are pretty depressing. And I just like when I see them, I try to help them, try to like tell them, oh, this and that or whatever, just earlier I was like talking about how actually let me just go through it. Someone was like saying, oh, I wish that I had someone that could be super positive so I can match their energy, or someone that forces me to be happy, that works too. I was just saying, oh, at least you know what you want. Like give it a thumbs up. uh, but it's like impossible to find because everyone's depressed. I can't fix them. And then I'm like, haha, yeah. All I can do is try. I'll get depressed myself too, but I get back up. The reason is simple too. If no one tries, then no one can ever be happy, kind of thing. And then I also decide to add in, since I'm listening to Freeman, I'm like, oh, Freeman does a good job of teaching people how to live if they deep dive into the meaning of what she does. And at least one person like agreed with that. It's like, yes. And then after that, I just like leave it off with, oh, if you want to talk about it or whatever, you can at me, DM me, whatever. And then I won't be able to get to them right away because I gotta focus, gotta get to the drawing, do my drawing stuff. But like if they want to do voice chat, then that's better for me because I don't have to type. Because typing requires me to use my hands, right? You haven't actually watched Freeman? Oh man, it's so good. Like if you want like a peaceful anime to watch, that's your anime. At first, like I didn't agree with the idea that elves see things in a different way. In that, like if 10 years pass for them, it's like a blink of the eye, you know. I didn't like that, as just the premise of it. Like, but uh, I accepted it just because I thought of it like this. It's like, the dude is just trying to teach people a lesson or whatever. And it's like, oh, she's 100 years old. It's like 10 years is still a long time, even from that point of view. But then later on in the series, in the show, you find out that she's okay. Well, yeah, I'll spoil it. Whatever. You find out that she's actually 1,000 years old. Okay, like she's very old, and then that's what gets me to like understand. Well, not just understand, but like even before that point, I knew what this guy was doing. Like this guy really understood the things about life and how people work and how the world works, kind of thing, and he really makes a point to like flesh things out anyway. But yeah, like so yeah, from that point it was like I trust him, even if he didn't explain it or whatever, I guess. But it made me glad that he explained it anyway. It made me glad that he revealed that she's actually 1,000 years old. It's like because in the beginning he was just the show was just like saying, oh, elves in general see that like 10 years is a blink of the eye, like it's just like it's nothing to them or whatever. But like if you tell me that she's 1,000 years old, then you know what? I have no argument. I have nothing to say. I can't complain. uh, oh, okay, I go there. All right. Yeah, right now I'm in what is it called? I'm in a voice chat in the Kafka Cord. Yeah, you'll see me there anyway. Let's see. Just go ahead and stream there now too. Yeah, yeah. Hey, I was just following everybody else, man. Don't blame me. I'm just part of the sheep, I'm part of the herd. uh, uh, okay. Uh, yeah, I just now offered that I can just talk so I can talk back. Okay. Well, there you go. Okay, here I am to talk. Well, there you go. I wonder who Kenshi is on YouTube though. Like someone from the Kafka Chord. decided to check out my stream on YouTube. I was like, okay, your microphone, yeah, yeah, okay. Let's see. What was it? Yeah. Hey, there you go. Hello. Welcome, welcome again. Or we're back. uh, yeah, how have you been? Hello, yes. Oh, what? Do you not hear me? Yeah, but I guess you don't hear me. What? You hear me? Why? What? Okay. Then, yeah, I mean, I can hear you too. Oh, yeah, yeah. But, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, but, let's see. I am. Oh, this is just original character. It all started off with just an intense look of face, like looking back, like it all started off like this. You know, it was just this face. I was just trying to create an intense look back kind of face, just because I just wanted to. I just felt like it. I like the challenge of it, the idea that it's like angled and he's just like looking back, and then I wanted to look intense because I love intense looks anyway. Uh, and yeah, that's how it came to be. And then I was like, okay, well, since I'm happy with this, I'm gonna continue on with it. Draw the hair, whatever. It's male. He's male. Yeah. That's funny. Ask if it's female or male. Yeah. Uh, it's funny because like it is true that you could interpret it either way. Yeah, yeah. That is pretty funny still though. Like I just find it funny because like back then maybe it wouldn't be ambiguous. But yeah, like yeah, when it comes to girls though, yeah, yeah, OC, yeah, yeah. Honestly, like I was thinking of just like making this my profile picture or something, or like just it being the anime version of me or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, yeah, I'm gonna continue with it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get back to Silver Wolf, and then I'm going to. No, I'm using CSP. Yeah, yeah. Let's see, but yeah, yeah, because I just want to get this the body, get the body going. Want to, what is it? Get the concept of his body. Want to see what I can do with it. Huh? Huh? What? Huh? What? Huh? The bottom? What? What? I'm confused. Oh, oh. That's funny, yeah. That's a stalking texture, which I ended up not ever using, and like the way to go about that, like if I'm like gonna download a texture or something and I want to use it, I should like actually make a point to draw stockings and then try it out. But I'm so bad with texture though. Like, I just have no idea how to use them properly. Even though I see other artists, the way that they use them, yeah, other artists, like I see them do it and it looks doable. Yeah, at the same time I just can't do it. Well, a favorite artist? Oh man, I have way too many favorite artists. I'll just like I'll give you a few, Melon Bread. You know Melon Bread? Uh, Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I like his artworks a lot. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, but even like I not just the art style too. It's also just like how much work he puts into each piece, like with the background and the theme. And he's just so creative and yeah, just just an all around great artist. Especially for originality as well. Yeah, but I feel like he's not popular enough. Like I feel like he deserves more. He deserves more recognition. Hmm. Yeah, like but it's really dependent on the people. How many people, how much what is it called, publicity he gets. There you go. So yeah, it's up to him to find all that publicity and join the what? The meta? Like you're saying like the meta of making or oh yeah, 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 that's what I thought exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted clarification. Say again? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly, yeah. He does do a little bit of it sometimes, you know. It's just that I've been hmm? Sorry, I said again. Oh, oh yeah, yeah, the show, yeah, yeah. Oh, are you Kenshi? Are you the one that's Kenshi on YouTube? Uh, uh, so that's why. I was like, that was you. Awesome, awesome. Very cool. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I was just yeah. It's crazy to me just because yeah, okay, yeah, go for it. It should have a different layout, yeah. Oh, does my subscriber count show too? That's funny. Uh, yeah, I haven't been uploading much yet, or yeah, I haven't been uploading much, but I do plan to get to that eventually. But right now, just working on drawing and other projects. That is. But yeah, next video I make, I'm gonna like make it more on the what is it? More on the advertising side, I guess. Advertising myself as kind of a yep. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. True. No problem. Yeah, I was just gonna say like yeah, whenever I can get to that next video, don't know when, but when I can, it'll just be like more about therapy, counseling, stuff like that, I guess. Just to show my what is it called? It's like a portfolio, basically. Yeah. Gonna be making a portfolio video. Oh, say that again? Oh, doing therapy for free. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Therapy is expensive, and yeah, the thing is that, I'm not a professional. Like that's why I would do it for free, is because I don't have like a certificate or anything like that, but I do know that I have what it takes to be, counselor, therapist, teacher, whatever kind of thing. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like it's where I want to go, and it's just because like there are so many people out there that need help and whatnot, mentally that is, and like there's like not enough people helping each other out, or like that they don't even have the knowledge, like they don't have the knowledge, so they don't understand how to help others even if they want to help them, right? Yeah, yeah. It is what it is, people like if you want to help people, you gotta put in the work to do so, right? To like learn, that is, but people don't know where to start, and like where to go, etc, etc. But yeah, that's like sorry, say again. You're not drawing? Oh, like throughout my life? Yeah. Yeah, like honestly, I did start when I was very young, like 5 years old or something. And okay. Show you? Yeah, the one in the server. Yeah, yeah, the one in the server, yeah. She just revealed how she was like tracing when she was 8 or 9 years old. Yeah, yeah, and that's what I did when I was 5. I traced Pokemon, the Charizard. That was because I was like, oh my God, Charizard is so cool. I want to be able to draw Charizard. And so I traced the book. uh, it's so funny. But yeah. Obviously, like, people were like saying, "Oh, you're so good," and whatnot. All I did was trace the book, but and I didn't see value in it, right? Just because, like, oh, well, all I did was just copy the lines. That's it. But yeah, it's like that's how. So I'm just talking about the way that I think, so that you can understand later on down the line why I actually stopped drawing for a long time. So no, it's actually if you like were to put it all together, the value of it, like I probably only drawn 2 years worth, basically, and that's over the course of like 20 years or something. So I actually didn't like you can say that I've been drawing for a long time, but at the same time I didn't draw much at all during the time that I was drawing. So yeah. At first it was just because I liked it as a distraction in school. I was like, I'm so bored in class. I don't want to listen to this. So I'm just gonna draw. That's just how it is. Right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Or sleep. It's like those are like the only two options. Like if I'm gonna end up sleeping, I might as well just draw. I want to optimize my procrastination. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, but unfortunately, I had family problems that that made me stopped drawing for the most part or whatever. Um, and yeah, family neglect is such a bitch, but like, and nobody and people like back then didn't care about that, you know. It's like, of course, because like, uh, where I live, neglect isn't seen as a bad thing. But yeah, I don't know about where you live, but like, yeah, where I live, neglect isn't seen as a bad thing. So you can't fault them, you know. You can't see them as a villain or whatever. It's like, oh, I don't care, but like, you can't fault me for it because that I'm not doing anything bad necessarily, kind of thing, right? But yeah, like, and so I just like I ended up falling into gaming instead because uh, I was really skillful back then. Yeah, yeah, I had enough skill that I could become a pro, but back then there was no such thing as esports or pro gaming kind of thing. It was just uh, yeah, it was really early stuff, early online gaming, and all I can say was that I was amongst the higher ranks, but eventually, very shortly into my quote unquote gaming career, I killed my hand. Like it just I hand injury, right? Yeah, hand injury. Yeah, yeah, like it was flaring up like crazy as I played games. I was like, I can't play games like this. I basically destroyed myself, and so I had to learn to hold everything gently, press down gently. A lot of artists they'll like press down really hard when they draw or something like that. But that's actually the cause of hand injuries. Um, tonight, not tonight. Sorry, tendinitis. That's yeah, tendinitis. Was it carpal tunnel? The all those things, right? Yeah. So that's the main cause of it. You can work long hours with drawing and whatnot. Everybody can do it, but if you press down hard, or if you hold your objects hard, then yeah, that's the cause of it, and that's why I keep telling everybody to like, you know, do hand stretches and whatnot because, well, I also from time to time say like to hold your things gently or whatnot, but people they don't feel at the moment or whatever, so they don't care. So yeah, it's whatever. Yeah. Hmm. Hello, GD Cat. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, but it took me a very long time to get used to it. Like because I didn't know how lightly I should be holding it. It's like if I feel my hand feels so weak when I press down on the tablet or whatever. But yeah, like I ever when I started holding it lightly though and pressing down gently, never have to change my tip ever again. Okay, like at no point I've had this tablet and pen for about 8 years now, and I still have not changed the nib. Yeah, yeah, a really old tablet. Yeah, just give me a second. GD Cat is asking if I take art ideas and requests. No, I can't because I have too much to on my plate. Actually, the funny thing is that I did have a request already in the queue. So like I was asked to draw a sad goth girl. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I can do that. A sad goth girl. I was like, because that's general enough. That's a general enough idea that I was like, yeah, you know what? That's doable. uh, but yeah, I mean, like, if it's a general idea like that, then it's fine. If I can think of it, it's like if I gain inspiration from it, it's like a win-win kind of thing. But at the same time, I can't really take any more requests at the moment. It's just like you can tell me, and then maybe I'll keep it in mind or something. Let's see. But yeah, welcome, Mr. Salty. Say again? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. I just like experimenting. That's it. Like, but for the longest time, I didn't even realize that actually. So when I got back into drawing again, it was 2016, and when I did, my first motivation was streaming. So that's what actually got me back in. I was like, I want to draw, but I have no motivation. So what if I had people watching me, and then like we can like talk and stuff like that? Cause like I obviously I'm an introvert, so I'm like I don't talking to people is so scary. So like the next best thing is streaming because with streaming at the very least um, it's a chat and like they're not gonna talk to me. They're just gonna I just see the words and like that way I don't have to get flustered or whatever. So yeah, that was my way of getting back into streaming back then, and it worked for like a few months too. Uh, but as I was streaming, I was like experimenting all the time. But still, at the time, I didn't know that that's like my real reason for drawing is because I love experimenting. uh, but yeah, just recently, joining Kafka Cord, yeah, that really helped a lot as well. Um, yeah, I can't say that it was one thing entirely. Like I can't say, oh, it's experimenting alone. It's also just having people to be around, to talk to, and like socializing. Just the social aspect of it. And that was also my reason for streaming as well, right? Like I just like the social aspect of it, and having people to talk to while you work. That just reminded me of why another reason why I started streaming was because, like, the thing is, I realized that in school, I got work done more when I was in school than if I were home alone, just like doing homework. When I was home alone doing homework, I was like, like you could see my eyes just rolling up, and I look like a zombie, and I'm just like dying inside, and ending up taking naps on the chair, and just like my head is back and my neck is against the back of the chair, right? And that's bad for your neck, That's bad for your neck, but yeah, that's how bad it was for me. And so, that's just not doable, right? You're like spending so many hours on this homework because you don't know how to do the homework or whatever. And then, but when you're in school and you have classmates, at the very least, you see other people working, that's inspiring, but also you have the teacher to help you, you have other classmates to help you, you have that kind of thing going on, and it just that's how you get work flowing, right? It's like uh, when you know what to do or when you have an idea of what to do, it just makes you then can work from there, right? Yeah. And then like for the longest time, another reason why I took so long to like actually get to drawing or whatever was because I saw it as work and I hated work, you know, like everybody has this mindset that work equals bad, right? You know? So it's like I don't want to work. But at some point, I was made to realize the hard way that, you know, you have to work, you have to work to get what you want, that is. Like, if you want to be a good artist, you have to work for it. If you want to be a good gamer, you have to work for it. If you want to have good health, you have to work for it. Blah, blah, blah. You know? It's just like, that's just life. But it took me a long time to realize that. And, you know, being really stubborn, it's just, yeah, like being a stubborn person, it really held me back because I was stubbornly trying to not work. but, but then if you stubbornly try to not work, life just gets harder for you. I had to learn that the hard way. It's like, fuck my life, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you're still on the younger side, right? Like you're like 18, 20. Yeah, exactly. But for me, you know, I'm not that young. I have to like I had to learn the hard way, but with the day and age that you live in, you get to talk to people online. There's like esports, there's all this online activity and stuff, and then like people have become a lot more aware over the years. Back then, like the only thing I got was internet people arguing with each other all the time. I was like just, and I had to argue back, and like and that's like a dog eat dog world kind of thing or whatever. That's not fun or whatever. Like you're not gonna get any good teachings out of that, right? But in any case, though. But yeah, you have it way better off. And like, you know, you come to this Discord, you've met me, you've talked to me, and like I can help you and whatnot. You know. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I just joined because I needed inspiration to or motivation to keep going with art. Uh, and you know, for the longest time, I tried to find a community by myself, and I just don't know how. Uh, until like Downvote came into my life. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. That's how you got in. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. And like people, artists trying to look out for each other and trying to make sure that that we all like keep on keeping at it, you know, even though a lot of artists want to give up, they just like they go like, no, don't give up. No, like that's not the kind of people that I've met in my life, you know? Like that's not the kind of people that I had in my life. uh, People that actually care. Mm-hmm, yeah, for sure. And like, you know, they just need to take their time uh, to get their head together and whether they want to continue with it or not. It's really up to them and their situation and whatnot. Like, I don't know what their situation is, but usually they're gonna be in the same area, as in like, oh, neat or maybe not working that much, or you know, it's just like they have a lot of time on their hands, right? And it's like if they leave art, do they have something else to do? If they don't, then yeah, maybe just stick to it until you find something else to do, because art in itself can teach diligence and culture and understanding and like empathy, sympathy, all that stuff, just because like it's so much hard work, you know? Okay, no problem. Yeah, when you remember it. Hmm. Yeah, same here, and like I'm sure it's the same with a lot of other people as well. Um, but eventually you'll remember it, or even if you don't, it, eh, sometimes it is what it is, kind of thing. But I'm sure that you'll remember it at some point. And then when you do, you can like I don't know, you can just DM me or something. Always plenty of chances to get back to it. All right, am I okay with this? This is fine. Yeah, I want to like move this. Me? Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, you told me about it the last time we talked, and then like now you're able to just enjoy art for what it is. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's a self-inflicted pain too, you know. Like that's something that you do to yourself. And like, everybody does it to themselves. But the fact that you were able to get past it is like that's what makes you better. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, same here. Yeah, I was the same too, of course. Every artist they have to go through it, and it's because nobody tells them or nobody teaches them the fundamentals of art is that you don't you don't hurt yourself just because you're not you're not as good as someone else or whatever, like nobody's teaching that. But yeah, if people taught that, that you shouldn't compare yourself like that, and why you shouldn't, then a lot more people, it could be prevented. The idea, the thinking that, oh, I'm not as good as this person, so I should just kill myself or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. Give up. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say that again. You feel like going to art school? Oh, have I went to? No, it was way too expensive. Yeah, I was, and like, if I had more resolve, yes, I would go. But at the time, there was no resolve, and nowadays, like I already invested into something. I took a game writing course because I saw it online, and like at that time, I still didn't have anything. Like I didn't have Kafka Core or whatever. And the funny thing is that it indirectly got me into Kafka Core. Yeah, it's a crazy story. But yeah, like if it weren't for that game writing course, I wouldn't be here. Legit. So again, props to the gaming course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it costed me $2,600 USD. Very expensive. Yeah, yeah, and it's like I think it was a 6 week course or something like that. Yeah. So it's like for that much. Uh, but the experience though, yeah, like I can't deny that I got a lot out of it in terms of like value. That is not in terms of like the knowledge per se, or and not only that, it's not gonna get me a job either. By the way, like I learned from the beginning that it wasn't gonna get me a job, but I still stuck with it anyway. It's really dependent on where you are in life. For me, it's worth it just because even though I know I'm not gonna get a job from it, um, it was good experience uh, to learn from someone that's been 30 years into the industry. So there's this guy, he worked 30 years in the industry and he's worked for Disney, he's worked for uh, uh, what is it called? Blizzard Studio? No, it wasn't Blizzard Studio. Sorry, it wasn't Blizzard. No, no, it was not Blizzard. Okay, but he has a gaming studio that he works for anyway. Avalanche. That's why they're like so similar, you know, Avalanche and Blizzard. Anyway, but yeah, like so Avalanche, Blizzard. They're not the same company. Avalanche is their own gaming studio, and they've made stuff like Disney Infinity, Hogwarts Legacy, stuff like that. Cars 2, and yeah, so like yeah, it was good for him, but also it was good for meeting new people and like and all their backgrounds, you know, what led them into this course, you know, like what kind of people came into this course. And the people that came into this course were people that weren't necessarily gamers. Like they were new to gaming more. Like they just like they got into it recently, and they're all writers. They were just like writing creatively. They wanted to like write a book or whatever, stuff like that. You know, they were doing writing stuff, and and the reason they took this course was because you know nowadays gaming has gotten so popular that everybody wants to like work for a gaming company, and that's why the course did so well anyway. And then so yeah, they're new to gaming, so like all they know is stuff like oh, and they're like just Western game people. So they play games like what was that one? Well, I guess like BioShock is one, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah. Uh, Baldur's Gate 3. Uh, yeah, Last of Us. What was it? Yeah, well, I mean, just The Last of Us in general, right? Like, it doesn't matter if they didn't play part two or not. It's just that, like, The Last of Us in itself is such a, you know, masterpiece kind of game, right? Or whatever series. Yeah, yeah, very like it's worldwide popularity, you know. Um, but yeah, and then there was I Am Human or something like that. No, it was something about Detroit. Detroit Become Human. Thank you. Yes, yeah, stuff like that. Assassin's Creed. Um, what was it? That one game that's like Gwent, the Gwent card game came from that game. Yeah, so the Gwent card game, it came from this particular game that's like really popular, right? That game anyway. Something 3. And then there's Skyrim. Yeah. But yeah, so like all these Western kind of games, right? Or like that are made for Western audience. And like I was the only like fully Japanese RPG or Japanese game influenced person there. like the best that they know is like Zelda, Mario parties or Mario, you know, like that kind of stuff because that's like Nintendo and whatnot. And like yeah, sure they do know a little bit of JRPG like Final Fantasy. Yeah, so yeah, they're not into Japanese culture like I am. So I was the only one there that was like like that influenced by Japanese culture. Actually, no, there was one other one actually. Yeah, there was one other one, but yeah. So there's like just me and this other person that's like very um uh she's very unique. Okay. Yeah, that's all I can really say. She's very unique. Yeah. But in any case though, yeah. Um and actually she was like really deep into the Japanese culture and translated Japanese for like 20 years or something like that. I don't even know. For 10 years, 20 years, whatever. Point is that she translated Japanese for longer than I did. But yeah, so in that case, it's like I had a really unique outlook on things, and I saw things that they can't see or whatever, stuff like that, you know. Um, and again, I was helping people, so like at first in the beginning, I just like, again, being antisocial, just wasn't able to get to know anybody because like I just don't know what to do. It's like what do I do here? But then somebody started up something by like getting people into VC voice chat after the class, and that was like 3 weeks, 2 weeks in, something like that. It was like 2 weeks in. They started up, and like even then I was still too afraid to go in. You know, I was just like so afraid. But eventually, I had to get the courage because it's like that was my other reason for doing this course. It's like I gotta get to know people because if I don't, then you know my career is over from there. Because you have to know people to get into any kind of job, right? It's like connections. That's the only way. Yeah. But yeah, so and then I popped off, got to know people and helped people, but and then also, it yeah, like I'm just like I wouldn't have even thought to do like this therapy thing if it weren't for that class too. Like uh, a lot of things came out of taking that course for me because I have a mindset that I'm trying to get as much value as possible, while everybody else their mindset was just oh I want to get into the game industry, I want to get the job, this writing course is going to help me do that or whatever, right? And like they're not thinking about like the connections, they're not thinking about getting to know people, they're not thinking about helping people. Like this was like over 100 students, and there was like about 20 of them that would interact and like try to help each other or whatever. But as writers, still they are introverts. They are pretty antisocial for the most part, and like only about 3 or 4 or 5 people can actually be like dependably social out of all that, and probably even including myself, in that. But yeah, like just so much value for me, but for someone else, probably not the case. They spent that $2,600, and that they just nothing else happens. They have to they just like blindly go into it, trying to get into the game industry when there's like already so much competition. I mean, you probably saw everywhere online that like a lot of people got laid off in the game industry. Yeah, so yeah, like everywhere, all game industry, all game companies were laying people off, and yeah, but that just goes to show like that's why those people aren't gonna be able to get in. It's because there are from the last time that I looked, it was over 87,000 people that got laid off from the game industry. So it's like it's these people that took this course with no prior experience in the game industry versus 87,000 people, that were in the game industry. How are they gonna get in? But I mean, obviously, those 87,000 people are not all writers, so I guess we should take it down to at least 10,000, 5,000 to 10,000 people. But even that is already, too much competition. Yeah, like, what was it? So yeah, spending any more money on it would be a waste of money for me. Because after that course, he was thinking about doing more courses that he thinks would help people. But I could see right away, it was not gonna do anything. At least for me, that is for me. Sorry, not for other people, but for me, like the value in it, because it would be another either 1,000 to $2,000. Like we get a discount because we took his course, his initial course, but even then, like still, not worth it. Even spending $500 is not worth it for me or whatever, because what he already taught me, I already understand the concept and whatnot, and it's just about putting it to practice at this point. But yeah, like after that, I just go into making a game, like just do indie game dev. That was the best way to go about it. And we had like a lot of people that were interested and joined in, and it was like about 16 people or whatever, and now we're down to like 5 now, and that's usually how it goes anyway. Like we can't handle that many people, especially when we know nothing about game dev or whatever. Or like I do know about game dev, but like they don't know about game dev, that is. And as a result of that, they have to make their mistakes, which again, it was really hard for me to like accept that they gotta make their mistakes. I'm like telling them, no, don't do this, no, don't do that, but they still want to do it anyway. I was like, oh, okay, you know what? But again, it took me a long time to accept it, like about over 4 weeks. That's how long it took for me to accept it. Again, stubborn mind and whatnot. Yeah, exactly. It was a month. Yeah, it took me a month to get it, to accept it or whatever. Because the thing is, I was trying everything that I could, to like optimize everything and like run things smoothly. But I was running myself ragged and I was stressing myself out. So at some point, you gotta give yourself some leeway, take a step back, take a deep breath, and just take a break from it all and just think about it and accept the imperfections, like even though I see that things could have been prevented, I don't know how to prevent them, so that's the issue for me. And like, if I don't know how to prevent them, then what else to do than to accept the results, right? Yeah, and then like the best way to go about it is not just accepting the results, but also learning from it. Like, why is it that people do what they do, and that's like, cause that's where you always have to start when you want to like find a solution. Is you start with looking at the problem at hand, why it is that it is this way and whatnot, and then you are able to then look for the solution because you are able to identify the problem. Yeah. Yeah, and then like that's what people like me are here for, is to help you find the problem and then identify it and like question yourself and whatnot, and then you can then find a solution or whatever. But that's just for people that are like truly troubled, like say it again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's usually the case. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's a struggle. Yeah. uh, yeah, art is when you want to get better, it's not just about practice, it's also about experimenting. So those are the two key qualities to getting better at art is practice and experiment and having a goal in mind as well. I think it's those three things. So you have to have three things. Yeah. Exactly. It's like, where is it that you want to go with this? It's like, because if you don't know where you want to go, then it's like the sky's the limit or whatever. Yeah, but it's like it just makes it hard for people to help you if you don't know what you want to do or whatever. You know, it's like here you have all these artists that can help you, but if you don't have a goal, if you don't know what you want to do, then like with your art style that is, then they can't help you. But even then, like these artists, they they're not teachers as well, so they even if they try to help you, they may not be able to help you because a teacher is a teacher for a reason. Is that they learned to teach, right? So teaching in itself is also a skill that needs to be taught. That is, and like these artists, they didn't learn to teach. So, hey, welcome. Okay, yeah, thank you for going to say hello. Yeah, all right, you have a good one. He's just like, yeah. So this is his second time doing that. I think that this is gonna be like a reoccurring thing or something. uh, that's good, like that someone would do that, go out of his way just to say hello and whatnot. Yeah, and like it also like tells it not only like tells you about them as a person, but it also tells them about me as a person because it's like who else would people do that to? It's like they just come in to say hello. Like I don't know anybody else that gets that kind of treatment. I feel special. uh, Hey case. But yeah, like these things that tell you like who you are as a person, kind of thing. Like it says that you're going in the right direction, kind of thing. It's like if someone's willing to just comment, go take the time out of their day to come in and say hello, uh, then you're doing something right. You know, people are being nice to you, respect you, whatnot. It's great. And like for the longest time, I was struggling to get that kind of respect too. By the way, like 2023 and 2024, these are my years. These are the years that I'm gonna move up. I found my place because I spent $2,600 like indirectly. uh, But yeah, again, like you have to have a really broad mind about like how you want to go about things. You can't just have one goal or one uh, set thing that you want to work on, because that's what a lot of people in the course were doing. They're just like, oh, I just want to get better at writing so that I can get into the game industry. But no, it's not just that. You also have to have communication, and at the end of the day, you have to have experience because jobs, they don't care about you. Okay, they don't care if you have this in your portfolio, like, oh, you did bark sheet or whatever. These are just little things. Yeah, yeah. Like those are just little things. Like they show that you want to work on it or whatever, that you want to be in the game industry, that you did like get an education, but it's not enough. And yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's just, it's that's just how life is, and the sooner that you're able to accept that, the sooner you'll be able to uh, come into yourself and become a much stronger person that will be able to, take it when you go into work, or like when you go into work, you'll be able to take it, and like life won't feel so bad anymore, because you got stronger. Like that's the goal. When you're neat, it's like you have to get strong enough to be able to work, and then when you do work, uh, life can still be good because you're able to take the job. But also like you gotta find the job that's right for you. For me, I had quite a few jobs and they weren't for me, and I ended up like self-destructing or whatever. So well, it wasn't even that either. It's like there was one job that I was doing pretty good at, but the reason they fired me was because I was just on my phone all the time and people were reporting me. Yeah, like customers reported to them that I was on my phone, so that's how they knew. And I didn't know about that until I got fired, and I was like asking one of the people that I was a little bit closer to. It's like that he was a manager, so he knew what was going on in the back, and like I was like, oh, since I'm getting fired anyway, so like how is it that that I kept getting caught or whatever? And he said, customers were reporting me. It's not that they looked at the cameras or anything. They're too busy to look at the cameras, but the customers, they'll tell them. Yeah, if it weren't for those customers, I still have that job. Yeah. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that you should just like, oh well, okay, if you are dedicated enough, if you're focused enough, yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah. So I'll be looking, I'll be watching you, see how everything goes. I think that you got what it takes right now. Like your mindset's pretty good right now. Like what kind of pro do you want to be anyway? Like you said you were first inspired by animation. You are? Your mom? Your mom works there? Wow, you're so lucky. Mm. Mm. Hmm. Like art school is expensive though. So like I mean, yeah, yeah. I wish you luck on that, but mhm. Yeah, but it's better than nothing for sure at the very least. So you're working something up. You're like working up on your grinding game. That's good. That's awesome. Even though you don't like know what you're doing or whatever, at the very least you know that you're grinding, and that's a very powerful, valuable tool in itself. Being able to keep up the grind game. Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah. Uh, like um, like from what I'm seeing anyway, it feels like you could go into manga because you like to do different kinds of poses and whatnot, and like you try different things. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I was the same. I was the same. Actually, I still am the same though. Like, I would never read manga, cause like, uh, but the reasoning now is because, not just because of the animation, not having animation, but also there's no sound. There's no music. There's no voice. Uh, there's nothing to like bring it to life. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 So that makes sense. Uh, Yeah, so I mean, if not manga, then animation is another thing. But as you may already know, it's really rough in the anime industry. Here lies Kukuri Iori. He was a Mappa employee. He worked for Mappa. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, for sure. Yeah, yeah, they'll have to because of the recent incident. They're gonna have to. But even then, it's like you could just work for a different studio anyway. There's gonna be plenty of studios to work for, and you can just start small. You can always just start small. Yeah, exactly. Freelance, and but like you work for a small studio, so that it's not too much pressure or something like that. You know. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I mean, getting into the animation industry, yeah, like, if that's what you want, there's plenty of like things that you can do without having to take an art course, which is like YouTube, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. But then it's like you also have to do them as well. It's like when you watch them, you then do them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you just have to keep it up. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because like the thing is that with animation, again, I've I've done a lot of research in the anime industry, and I even follow an animator, KU, if you know him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 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 KU. So do you know Holocure? Do you know Hololive? Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So do you know about the game Holocure? No. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he made that game anyway. Well, and then like yeah. So because you don't watch these things, so you don't know him. Yeah. But yeah. Just know that he's a really great animator, and yeah, it's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. I was just making a point that someone like him, he didn't like take an art school or anything like that. Uh, and then there are plenty of other animators. So I'm gonna go through a few. So let's see. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, plenty. Like when there's 7 billion people out there, just imagine this. Like, just imagine this: 7 billion people out there, and only 0.01% are like really talented artists that that you can never reach the level of. Okay, so even going from there, okay, you just do 0.01 times 7 billion, and that's 70 million people. Okay. Yeah, because they don't. Yeah, it's up to it's all about the about one's upbringing anyway. It's because it's like their upbringing was like people compare to each other all the time, you know. Everywhere you go on the internet, everywhere you go in real life, people are comparing each other. Oh, this is so ugly. Oh, this is so this guy is so good. Oh, this person is so talented, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, and like even in, but it is true that um, that people can't reach that level. Like nobody's gonna be able to reach Yone Yamamai. Nobody's gonna be able to reach Mika Pikazo. Nobody's gonna be able to reach, huh? Yeah, yeah. Also good, right? But like the point I'm getting at is that like very few people would reach this level, and the reason for that is because um, they have a unique way of thinking that allows them to become this unique. So for Mika Pikazo, she just imagines, oh, it does this artwork look yummy? Does it look delicious? Does it look like a dessert? Does it look like I can eat it? You know, that's the way that she looks at it, and like she just like improves herself with that in her with that mindset, basically, right? Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. Like everybody has such great art styles that you see in the world. And another one that I really like was uh, his name is on the tip of my tongue, but he's was he Australian? Oh my god! Like he was either Australian or German or Russian artist. But like the way that he colors lips and draws a face is like the perfect it's like the perfect blend of real life and anime. Okay, uh, and and he one time collabed with Cyberpunk, and yeah, and yeah, the not the anime, but like a short anime video. Okay, there was an anime music video or something like that, or like a short anime video that used his design. Let's see, Cyberpunk short anime, animated short. Hmm. Let's see. Vertigris. Yeah. That's right. Hmm. Yeah. That's good to hear. Uh, yeah. Like yeah. So that's another animator and whatnot. And then there's Teleporter. Do you know that one? Yeah. Okay. So, oh, wait. Prompt hunt. Okay, yeah. Is copying his style. Let's see. Doesn't use his tag either. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Uh, do you wonder if life would have been what? It would be the same life that we've had before COVID. Which would be like, after COVID, people had to work from home. So that was the boom of working from home, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. But like the thing is, I knew that was the future, and COVID just like it pushed, yeah, it pushed working from home to be like to go faster, to like to innovate, and people had to learn um, the strats. Yeah, AI is the future. Yeah, there's nothing we can do to avoid that. Say again. You can yeah, type it, type it. Inevitable. Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah, it is inevitable. That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I think that yeah, I mean, as long as you're working on it, it doesn't really matter. Uh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, I would say to post it anyway, just because, not for clout, but like you do have to get your name out there, kind of thing. Okay, okay. Yeah, on Pixiv. Oh, but you should still do it on Twitter and stuff like that too. Yeah, you should still do it. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, awesome. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, Genshin art is still doing pretty well from what I can tell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, like, what was it? Yeah, I would just still posting anyway, even if it's not for cloud or whatever. It's just to, uh, for the sake of getting people to know you, kind of thing. It's like when you talk to people online. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't really need it. It's just that you have to have something out there, and yeah, yeah, yeah. Other artists. I wouldn't really care about that stuff though. It's just like for me, it's just archiving and posting your progress, and at the end of the day, people who are hiring will look at your Twitter, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But specifically, Twitter is the place to be like putting out your portfolio and whatnot. Oh yeah, we all wish that, but the thing is that you gotta work hard for it. If you didn't work hard for it, then yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, like you. That's it's all the more reason to appreciate the easy things in life, right? So it's like whatever. It's like for example, you have, well, you. I guess not you, but like people have their mother's cooking for them, cleaning the house, cleaning the rooms, you know, that's easy life, and they take it for granted. Yeah, no, she wouldn't because she's working, you know? Like she has a Oh, by the way, what does she work as? Oh, that's okay. So she knows Japanese and everything. Wow. Very nice. Do you know some Japanese? No? No. Okay. Yeah, your mother can help you whenever you're in trouble then. Yeah? Yeah, I can translate and everything. Yeah, it really depends on the person, but especially like if you're into anime and everything, you're gonna find it fun enough. You just need to have the right mindset for it. So for me, it was that, you know, I really wanted to be able to understand subs or like no subs, not subs, it's like anime without subs, right? So yeah, that was like one of my goals. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. And then I also played some Japanese games back then that were like yeah, so there was no English or anything. I couldn't understand the story or anything. But, you know, I was making a point to learn. I was like asking my dad because at the very least there are Chinese characters in it. So I was like, "Oh, dad, what does this mean? What like can you are you able to translate this? Is this something that you could translate in Chinese or whatever?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, that means this, that means that." I was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." You know, I was like putting it together, putting my head together in my head. But yeah, and so it's like, it's just so yeah. So if you are finding yourself like wanting to learn, then it's not a problem. You'll find that you know it's gonna be enjoyable, as long as you don't, as long as you don't like reject uh, some ideas of it, I guess. But yeah, yeah. So, and I just like yesterday, there were people that were eager to learn and like people that were eager to teach as well. They were like giving them, yeah, in the chat ENG, yeah, yeah, yeah. If you search back, so if you use the search bar, right, and and you just search like hiragana, uh, then you should be able to find it. Find one of them. Let's see, 207. Yeah, so like just typing hiragana in the search bar, you'll find that people were teaching it on the 7th. So yeah, that's always the good place to start anyway when you want to learn Japanese. Exactly. Like not at the very least, you know, now you can't say that you don't know what you're doing. Yeah. Exactly. Learning is something that is forever, you know, because the world is just so vast and huge. Exactly. Everything is relative. That's the quote that I abide by. Yeah, yeah. So it's like, if it's this hard in art, it's hard. It's this difficult everywhere. If art is this vast, it's that vast everywhere. Yeah, exactly. Art is life. Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly, and you don't need any other reason. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people, like, there are other things in their lives that are like causing them issues, and so they end up losing their way. And then as a result, they're not able to enjoy art anymore because somebody's like telling them, "Oh, you'll never get anywhere with art. Oh, you gotta get a job because you need to make money, or oh, you have to go to school." Like, well, and it's like now they lost their way because people are changing their values, what their values are. Yeah, like it's because they do have a point, in the end of the day. And not everybody can just be an artist, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not about that really. It's about just as a career, Like it's not sustainable for most people. No, of course. It's okay. No, like don't even worry about it. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, I see. I'm glad that you're able to appreciate their art, the like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Back then, I wasn't able to appreciate them though. All I cared about was anime. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. It's become mainstream now, and it should be because anime is that good. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's right. And that's why we have these like Twitter mobs and whatnot, because not enough people like understand to appreciate and like the culture. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Exactly. So you're like the perfect product. Hmm. Exactly. Yes, that's right. It is normal there. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's right. It sucks for a lot of people in that that's like the social norm anyway. But some people, like, they, the reason the anime industry lasted so long to this point, even, and like still evolving, is because it's not about the money. It's about the art. It's about seeing these things that you've made come to life. And that's why these animators are willing to work even for such a low pay, is because uh, they wanted to bring life to the world. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, You and I are of the same mindset, you know. Like when I see people are like attacking this animation or whatnot, or it's like it's not even that bad. Like, come on. Yeah. But they don't know how to appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't know what it's like, and that's the thing about people, you know. They gotta be able to relate to it to understand. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And that's why they need to be shut up. Like, honestly, yeah. I mean, it's not just Twitter. It's just like people in general. Cause like, if you don't want to work, then you're never gonna learn to appreciate the work that went behind it. You know, like because they can't relate. Hmm. Exactly. You just will never get anywhere in life. But like another thing is like there are people out there that like you know they like animation and whatnot, but they don't really know the work behind it. But like when they hear the work behind it, they can't believe it. You know, they can't believe that people are drawing every single frame, and it makes sense. You know, like that's just like if you look at it from a non-artist point of view, if you look at it from a normal person's point of view, doesn't it sound crazy that people are drawing uh, 12 drawings, entire drawings by hand for every second, and they're doing that for 20 minutes worth of animation. You know, that's just really crazy. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So let's see, 12 per second, and then times that by 60, and then times that by 20. That's 14,400 frames. And that's just drawing the character moving as well. There's also the background, there's also the effects, there's also the timing, there's also the direction. So you have to like understand the timing of the music, the timing of the sound effects, the timing of when they clash, all that stuff. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'll wait. Okay, no problem. Ah, I get to listen to music again.